Okay, please. Yeah.
Okay, we should be recording now. So this is our Thursday Q&A training session. Welcome, I'm Patty Sheeler, and today's topic is going to be about Instagram and how to use Instagram for marketing. And we're going to be going through a series of social media. As I had stated before, each social media format or platform has different take to it. Instagram is pictures and video. You go into Facebook. Facebook is a combination: video, pictures, text, venting. It seems like a lot of people do that. But so each one of them has their own little nuance. Twitter, totally different too. You've got a very small window of text, but you can also incorporate pictures and video. So we'll be covering each one of those in detail. And some of them, it may take 2 sessions to cover the whole thing because I want to be very thorough. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be going over Instagram. And the reason I picked Instagram first is because, first and foremost, I use it. And everything that I use, I will be sharing with you. At the end of this, I'll also put a link in underneath the video so that you can access the Instagram daily task cheat sheet that I've written and I give away for free. It's my lead magnet, but I'll give that to you guys for free. And it walks you through all of what we're going to be covering today. Okay, so what you're going to hopefully get from this is learn how to set up and grow your Instagram influence and generate leads daily. I can honestly say I generate free leads daily on Instagram, and it's actually a really great place for engagement. And I'll show you a few of those things as I walk you through them. And like I said, this may be part 1 of part 2 of 2 parts because there's a lot to it and you need to get set up before you can start actually doing it. So if you don't have an Instagram account, you should be getting one if that's what you choose as far as your social media. And I'm going to reiterate this again. Pick one. Master it. Pick one. Okay, you can have presence on other social media, but pick one to actually do your marketing on until it's mastered. Then you can move on to another one. Otherwise, there aren't going to be enough hours in the day or money in the checkbook. I'll tell you that right now, because it's either time or money or both. And so if you sign up on 5 social medias and you're trying to keep up with all the engagement, that's all you're going to be doing all day long. Okay. And you don't really want to get into that. Having a presence is okay. People know that they can look on Facebook and find me. They can look on Instagram and find me. I'm on Pinterest. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Twitter. But am I actively on each one of those every day? No, I'm not. Instagram, I am. Okay, because that's what I chose as far as my marketing method. And I've taken a lot of courses. I belong to an InstaPro Academy. And so I've gotten the training that I need to do this. So with all of that said, I'm going to go ahead and get started because we're pretty limited in time. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. Okay, now first thing we're going to do is what you see here is this is an Instagram app. Okay, even though it's on my laptop, it's because of Windows 10 you can put apps on your laptop. Also, you can put them, of course, on your phone. I use my phone a lot with Instagram. It's great for engagement and replying to people. So I'm going to go over the different things that you can do in Instagram. And the very first thing that you need to do is I'm going to show you, this is my profile, okay? Now, I have more than 1 Instagram account. I highly recommend you only start with 1, okay? After you've reached 10,000, then go ahead and maybe start another. I didn't get that advice, so I had 3. 2 of them I don't do anything with right now because I needed to focus and to engage and build my rapport and network with the people who are engaging with me on this platform. Okay, so have a nice picture of yourself, something where you're smiling, something something where people can look and see who you are. Okay, my full name is there. Now you could put underneath here, I've got entrepreneur. You could put where you're from too. Okay, I usually use that feature when I post, and we'll go over that. But if you look at this bio, what you see, and you're going to be pretty limited in what you can put in a bio, but what you can see here is these bullet points tell you I'm an affiliate marketer and I share tips. I also do daily motivation and inspiration. And this right here says celebrating life. I'm going to be changing that out probably in the next couple of days to tell people go ahead and turn on notifications so that when they follow me that they can turn on the notifications, and whenever I post something they'll get notified. So I will probably be changing that. Then here it says grab your free Instagram daily tasks cheat sheet, and there's a link there. Now that's the only link that Instagram lets you have, is the one link in your bio. Okay, it's the only one that's active. Now I have this set up where if you click on that link, you're going to go to a capture page. Okay, I don't just give the cheat sheet away without getting their name and email in return, because I have a little sales funnel for Instagram products and services on there, and I want to make sure that I'm getting the I'm getting their name and email in return for giving them this cheat sheet. Okay, and I know this capture page looks real different, but it converts really well. And this was part of the Instapro Academy where I learned this. Okay, so people put, you know, they're looking at how'd you hear about the book? You know, well, was it on Instagram, Google? Jason Stone is a very well-known Instagrammer. He's an influencer, and so I put his name in here. Okay, and let's just say I put other. Okay, then all they have to do is click here. Now on a phone, you're going to be able to see that on a phone, and it just shows right on the screen. There's no scrolling. Okay, most people do these things on their phone. Okay, so this is what they end up with, and then they have to put their first name in and their email address, and once they do that, they're added to my list on Aweber. They immediately get access to the Instagram cheat sheet. Okay, and they're also on my list, so that they start going through the sales funnel where I not only give them this freebie, I give them another freebie in there, and you can find this out when you opt in to get the Instagram daily task cheat sheet. And also there are some services that are provided within there that I recommend. The cheat sheet itself is full of all kinds of tips, what to do on a daily basis, and recommended apps to help you grow your following and engagement. So it's all inclusive in this cheat sheet. Okay, so that's the bio. Picture, short description of what I do, okay? And then getting them on my list. So these are really important because you want to keep this fairly short. People aren't going to read a whole big long spiel on who you are and what you're doing and so on. They just won't. Instagram is, I would say, mostly millennials. Not all. I'm not. But most of it is millennials. And they move quickly. So you want to make sure that you're keeping things short and sweet too. Okay? So that once you get your bio set up, now we're going to go over now we're going to go over what you need to be doing on a daily basis to grow your following, okay? So let me share my screen again here. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going into an application that I use to help track things on Instagram. I use it in conjunction with using my phone and using Instagram on my phone, okay? I use both, okay? So the first thing that I do on a daily basis is I log into either my Instagram on my phone or what's this application called Iconosquare. And all the links and stuff are in the cheat sheet for this. So and all the instructions, everything that we're going over today are in the cheat sheet so that you'll be able to look at this and go over it as many times as you need, okay? So now we're going on to what we're doing on a daily basis. So you'll log into, and I log into Iconosquare, and it gives me an overview of my account. It does cost, okay? So if you don't want to expend any money, you can use your phone, okay, or tablet. Or it's not, Instagram is not really friendly to use as far as your computer goes without applications. Like I showed you the Instagram application, then that's fine. You can use that. I don't post from there ever. I always post from my phone. But, and we'll go over each one of those. But what this does is this gives you a management tool for Instagram, okay? So first thing I take a look at is, okay, where I'm at, how many followers, and I take a look at how many likes I've had. It tells you how many comments people have made, okay, and the total number of people that I'm following, okay, and this is a little bit high. I need to bring that down a little bit, and it's kind of like with Aweber where you clean your list because you don't want to be paying for people who are not opening your emails. I'm not paying for these people who are following me or not following me, and I'm following them, but I like to keep it a very clean list of engaged followers. So I'll go out, and people who have unfollowed me, I'll just unfollow them because evidently I wasn't interesting enough or didn't click with them, and that's fine, okay? You won't with everyone. So you want to keep this at a much lower ratio. I should be more around 1K tops right here with 7K over here, all right? These are the posts. Now, I personally post twice a day. I highly recommend that you post at least once a day, at least twice a day. Not posting too much. Too much is it gets on people's nerves. I would say optimum is 2 to 3 times a day. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I come in here and go, okay, well, who's made comments? So I come over here, and it's got a comment tracker in here, all right? Or I can log into my Instagram on my phone, and I can go to each one of my posts. Now, I know you're not going to be able to see my screen very well, but you could do it from the app also that I had brought up earlier. Okay, but if you see here, it tells me that 5 people have made comments on this post right here. So if I click on that, it's going to show me those comments. And then what I want to do is return the comments, okay? I don't usually return comments that are just emoticons because people put no thought in that, okay? But what I'll do is I'll go back, and I really like to do this from my phone more than anything else, not from here, but I make sure that I find all of them from here, okay? So if you take a look at some of these, and if I wanted to reply like to Will right here, I'm open to the adventure. I have to take a look at what post this was again. It's not showing. There we go. Oh, this is the one that says, life is either a great adventure or nothing. And that was from Helen Keller. Okay, so these people are commenting on that post. I'm open to the adventure. And that's what Will's saying. And I'll put maybe a comment in there. That's great, Will. Adventure is the key to fun. And then I can just post that. Now that posted out on my Instagram from Iconosquare. Or like I said, I can do it from my phone too. Okay, so either one. So once a day in the morning, I go through and immediately reply back to everybody that's made comments since the previous day. And it may not be on the most current post. You can see here it's divided up between 4 different posts since I cleared this out yesterday. All right, but you could see there's lots of engagement. There's 5 comments here, 6 comments here. So there's a lot of engagement on Instagram. And the more you engage, the more other people engage. It's really a lot of fun. I have a good time with it. Okay, so what you want to do is make sure, the first thing you want to do is make sure you go out and you reply to all the comments on your posts. Okay, now the next thing that you're going to want to do is take a look at, I'm going to stop sharing here for a second. And we're going to go back to the Instagram app so I can show this to you. And I'll share my screen here. Okay. So now, either on my phone or on my computer, I'm on the Instagram app here. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to make sure that I reply to all the people, not only their comments, but they have the ability to send direct messages, just like you do in Facebook, where you send it through Messenger, okay, to a specific person. You could do the same thing in Instagram, and you'll get a little notification right up here that tells me I've got 12 people that sent me direct messages. Okay, so if I click on that, it goes out and shows me, it shows me here by bolding the text that I haven't replied to whoever it is yet. Okay, but I'll reply to each and every single one of these. Okay, so that's my next step. Okay. It's just as easy as reading them. I love all your posts, Miss Patty. Are you on Facebook? I'd love it if you could tag me on your posts. They're beautiful, and I think my coaching clients would really love them too. So I'll reply to him and go, you know, thanks so much for liking, not linking, my content. Yes, I am on Facebook. I post all my Instagram pics on my fan page. You can follow me there and share with your clients. And then I can give them the link to my fan page, because you can put a link in the direct messages. Okay, you can't put a link other than a live link, other than in the bio, but you can put live links in your direct messages. Okay, so a lot of people use that as, okay, I can send a direct link, and I can send a link in my direct message, and they'll use that as a marketing tool. I personally don't do that unless somebody asks me. He specifically asked me if I was on Facebook. So what I'll do is make sure that he's got the direct link to my Integrity Networker fan page. Okay, so now I've replied to him, and I go back and I do this. I reply to each person's direct message because they took the time to message me personally. Okay, now some of them, just like in the comment section, you may get people who see, I send, and this I'll get into in just a minute, I send a message out to each one of my new followers every day too. That's actually the next step after following or replying to all the direct messages that you get, is that I go out and I thank all my new followers for following me, okay? And it's just a little message. Thanks for the follow. I'm glad you enjoy motivation with some marketing tips thrown in. How long have you been building your page? Now, asking a question usually gets a response back. Some people will just give you a little heart thing there. Okay. Now, if they do that, then I'm not going to mess with people who don't want to take the time to answer my question, right? So I just give them a little heart back and call it good. Now, a lot of people will come back and reply, oh, I've been doing this for, like, here, just a couple of months. I know he replied to my question. So I'll get back to him and I'll take a look at his page. And I'll like one of his posts because he took the time, and comment because he took the time to send me a direct message and follow me. So I will like and comment at least one post. If he is someone that I want to follow because there is some connection, like he's in marketing or he's got motivational or inspirational posts, I'll follow him back, okay? But only with people who are taking the time to actually engage with me, okay? So I have quite a few of these that I need to get to today. As you can tell, I've got still 10 left where I need to reply to them and thank all the new followers, okay? Now, another thing that I like to do is 10 people a day I reach out to, okay, that are following me, okay? So these are all people that are following me. If I click on followers, it's going to show me a list of those people. Okay? So what I can do is go back into 10 of these and I'll click on their profile. I'll take a look at it and you see that I am following them. Okay? And I'll probably make a comment, like and comment on something in their post. And if I really, this one I'm following back. And I may or may not continue to follow back. It just depends. Just because they don't post motivational posts or marketing doesn't mean it's not an interest of mine. Okay. So I may end up following back. Or unfollowing, depending on what it is. But I always take the time, if they're following me, at least 10 people a day, I go out and like and comment at least one post. Now, I highly recommend you don't go out and like everything on a person's page. It's annoying, to be honest with you. It's just like somebody's gone like, and there's no thought or real interaction in that, okay? So I recommend that you don't do that. But this is how you find your followers. You also see here, you can invite, especially when you're brand new. This is a great way to invite a lot of your Facebook people that are connected to you that are also on Instagram. It will send them an invitation. So it's a great way to build your following to begin with, because these are all people you're already connected to on Facebook. Keep in mind, Facebook owns Instagram. Even though the two platforms are different, there is that connection so that you can go out and send invitations to people who you're already connected to on Facebook. Okay, so after I do that, then it's time to actually post my own content. All right, and like I said, I post twice a day. Okay, my timetable that I find, and that's one thing that Iconosquare has told me, because it shows you when people are opening your stuff, where you're getting the most activity on a daily basis, so you know when to post your content. All right, so let's take this one for example. You can see that, what's it, 61 and this, okay, so 63 people have liked this, and I've gotten 7 comments so far. I'll need to get back to these people because those are some of the ones that were on the list. But you can see, and I post, like I said, twice a day. I post at 9 o'clock in the morning, my time, which is noon Eastern time, and 4 p.m. my time, which is 7 p.m. Eastern time. okay? And I find that both those 2 times are really good to post. Now, keep in mind, you also have not only your page that also is a 3, it goes across by 3 if you have this view, okay, which most people do. Most people use this. You also have the ability to have a story, okay? So in between when I post the content, I'll post something in the story, okay? Now, sometimes it's a video of me. Sometimes it's another motivational quote. Sometimes it's a question. They have a poll you can take. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do with stories, and that may be something that we look more into as maybe the next session continues. Keep in mind, as you're setting up your picture, your name, your profile, what is it you want people to see? What is it? What is your audience going to be? And you can see my audience is people who like motivation. They don't mind the marketing tips, because I put marketing tips in almost each and every one of these. The road to success and road to failure almost is exactly the same. And both roads, success and failure, look the same. Some roadblocks, some speed bumps, some obstacles. It's the same road. Success is just further up the road. So that one is more of a motivational, don't quit kind of thing. Okay, some of these are actual marketing tips in here. 10 years from now, you'll look back and say, damn, I'm glad I hustled. And you could tell that one was well liked also. Lots of comments. Success takes hard work. If you hustle and continue, you're going to reach your goals and be rewarded. Call to action, double tap if you're hustling. Okay, so it doesn't take a lot of time to do these. It does take some thought, for sure, but there's all kinds of things that you can use to help you with your content and posting your content. It just depends an awful lot on what you want to post. A lot of health and wellness post on Instagram, a lot of fitness, but they love the motivational posts. I've had people come back and say to me, I know you're a marketer and I never follow marketers, but I love your posts, so I'm following you. You know, so it can be a different niche, which is okay, you know, because really all I'm doing right here on Instagram is I'm engaging with people, trying to network with them, giving away my free Instagram cheat sheet so that it helps them. Okay, if people follow me and they're brand new to Instagram, I always make sure to say, don't forget to pick up your free Instagram daily task cheat sheet. It's available in my bio. And I let them know that, again, in the direct, you know, after the direct message, and they get back to me and let me know how long they've been. Some are brand new. Some will say 1 week, 2 weeks. I'll say, hey, this could really help you out. And it does. So, and most people are very grateful about it. Okay. So, outside of just using the posts that are in here and pictures and so on, when you post, you have the ability here to have a little bit of real estate. It's actually a lot of real estate if you want, but most people don't use. Sometimes I'll do a long post if I'm using a marketing tip and giving examples. Sometimes I'll use a long post. Most of the time I try and keep it kind of short. You'll see that I've used a couple of hashtags here. Okay, Facebook doesn't use hashtags much, but Pinterest does, Twitter does, Instagram most definitely does. So I usually put a couple of them here that are directly related, okay, to the post that's up here. Okay, like liking yourself, achievements, so on. But in the very first comment, if I click on comments, you're going to see the very first comment is from me. And I put my hashtags in here in the comment section. All right. So it still gets picked up in Instagram because there's hashtags there, but it's not, if you look at the post itself, it's not a bazillion hashtags here and people just go, oh my gosh, you know, it's cleaner. It's nicer. A lot of, and this is one of the things I learned in the Pro Academy is to do this. It just looks better. And you have to remember, this is a very visual platform. All right. So you want to make sure your pictures pop as best as they can. Okay. So that's about hashtags. And in the cheat sheet, I give you examples and where you can find hashtags to do the research. Now, keep in mind, Instagram only lets you put 30 in there. 30 is way too many, I think. I think it just kind of gets in the way. But that's just my take. I usually use about 15 in the comments and 2 or 3, no more than 3 in the actual post itself. All right. And it could be that I'm posting like this one. It's by Ben Franklin. I probably put, yep, Ben Franklin as a hashtag. Okay. So if you're quoting someone, you may want to put their name as the hashtag. Okay. Now what you need to do is, now that you've commented, you've gotten back to people, you've posted new content, now go out and make 10 new friends, okay? And you can do that by clicking on this little icon, this little magnifying glass icon down here. And let's say I want to go out and I want to search for a specific hashtag. Let's go with motivation. There's going to be a lot. Okay. You can see here, look how many posts have motivation. Okay. Motivational quotes. Okay. So let me click on that. Now it's going to go out and it's going to let me know who has the motivational quotes that are usually influencers, the top people. And you can tell here, that's Gary Vee right there. And so what you want to do is take a look at, you know, is this somebody that I want to follow? You know, like maybe clicking on this one. Who is this guy? Quotes love and relationships. Now, he's got 302,000 followers. He's doing something right, right? So connecting with him also can connect you with all his people, but it has to be in the right format. Now, personally, I'm not going to jump into love and relationships. Quotes, yes. Love and relationships, no. Because, and I'm sure any female out there can relate to this, is I get really tired of getting hit on. You would think at my age that wouldn't happen, but it does. So I steer clear of that. But that's just me. And if you're a guy, go for it. You know, I mean, jump in on that. But this is how you can find people to follow, okay? And be choosy. You know, don't just go for the number. You know, be choosy on who you're asking to follow you or who you're following, because these are people that you really want to build a relationship with. Okay? So go with 10 a day. Doesn't take that long. Okay? And all you got to do is follow them. And most of them, some of these that are influencers like Gary Vee, I doubt very seriously he replies to all his direct messages. I don't know. I'm not connected to him, but he's got 2.8 million followers. That's a lot. So this just kind of gives you an idea, because you can look here and you can you can see who's following him too. Okay, and you can start connecting with them.
I'm 60 years old. I'm facing 5 felony counts.
Okay.
Just one of them.
Now, that's pretty much what you need to do on a daily basis. So what's happened is that you've replied to all comments, you've replied to all direct messages, okay? You've connected with new people, all right? You've connected with people who are already following you, and you go out and you like and comment on at least one of their posts. And I do this a little bit differently. I click on where people have commented or liked my post. Like this person, they did 3 of them. I'll go out and click on their, and Beauty Unleashed. And what I'll do is find something that I can like, that I would, I'm not sure what this is. It's kind of a cool thing with an eyeball there. Luminous. Okay, so it's from Jeunesse Global. So I would just hit the like on that. Just kind of as a, I'm paying attention to you, you're paying attention to me kind of thing. If it was something that I really connected with, I'd leave a comment, not just like it, I'd leave a comment too. But I'm personally not that interested in that. This person commented on 2 of my posts, so I'm gonna come out here and go, okay. Urban Nomads, Exploring New Ways of Working Mobile, our blog. Okay. That's an interesting picture. I like that one. Of course, New York City. So I can like that one. And if it moved me more or there was a saying or something, I could kind of comment back, but I don't really have anything to comment on that one. So like I said, I mean, I don't do it just to be doing it. I'm doing it to make connections. And if it's something that really doesn't move me, and see this guy, nice as it is to get all those likes, shouldn't be doing that, okay? Shouldn't be liking each and every one of them. Now, I'm looking at this going, what differentiates these? Oh, okay, they're not pictures, it's video. You can see the little video camera there. So the guy's doing videos. So I would take the time to listen to either his most recent or the one before that and like and comment on it if it moves me to like it, and comment on it. If it doesn't, then I won't, okay? So be yourself, mostly be yourself, all right? So I'm gonna stop sharing here for a moment. Okay, now I'm gonna give just a few tips real quickly. We're running really late today, but I'm gonna give a few tips real quickly. Is if you're just starting to build your audience, okay? The checklist that you can get available underneath this video once it renders, go through that list twice a day if you're just starting to build your audience. And don't forget to invite your Facebook friends if you have Facebook friends, okay? If you put a URL in your bio, okay, then make sure it goes to a capture page, because you want to be able to capture their name and email in return for whatever you're giving away for free. So, and we have covered sales funnels before, and I'll be giving you access to that too, because it's kind of a different topic than this. But you want to make sure that you aren't just giving stuff away and not getting something in return, because you are here to make money, okay? Hashtags are a great way for people to find you, but make sure you put most of them, if not all of them, into your first comment, and put maybe 1 or 2, 3 tops in the actual post itself. As a general rule, don't take a bunch of selfies, okay? One here and there is fine. But if you're trying to run a business, you want to connect with people on a personal level, but you want to make sure that you're coming across as a business. This is what I'm doing. You know, what do you do? Because people even ask me in the direct messages, what do you do? And I'll, put in there that I'm affiliate marketer, even though it's right in my bio. It's interesting, but they'll ask that. So anyway, just make sure that there's not too many selfies out there, all right? Use your own name if you're branding yourself. If you're branding anything other than yourself, whatever you're branding, use that name, okay? And like I said before, don't like every single photo on somebody's page. 1 or 2 tops is good, okay? Now, if you're going to use an automated program to build your Instagram, then be very careful, okay? Now, I'll tell you, I use an automated system to find people in my niche that I want them to follow me, okay? I don't automate any of my comments. I don't automate anything other than them finding new people for me to follow. So I don't have to go out and do that. There's a recommended app that I use for that in the cheat sheet, and there's a link to it. It is an affiliate link, and I like to tell people that. So if you want to do that, or you can just go through that the cheat sheet a couple times a day and build your own audience. You don't have to do it with the automated service, okay? And you need to connect with people personally, okay? Take the time to build a relationship. Post from your phone. I highly recommend posting from your phone, okay? So be yourself, have fun. It's a great place to engage with people. Like any social media, you'll run across people who, oh, that's another thing I wanted to forewarn a little bit is I don't engage with people with private accounts. And the reason for that is because if they don't want to share what their content is, why would I want to connect with them? You know, and they may have a private account because their Instagram is family only, and I'm being nice when I say that. There are some that are there for many other purposes, and I just don't engage, and I'll just block them. And it's okay to do that. Don't feel like, oh my gosh, they're going to see if I block them. It doesn't matter. Who cares? You don't want to be bothered by that. If they start getting too personal, which I've had happen a lot, I just block them. You know, you just got to take control of yourself and don't feel afraid to do that. It's okay. This is your business and you've got control. All right. So that's kind of the introduction to Instagram. And what I'd like to do is I'm going to leave it there for today because we've run way over. So I'm going to leave it there. I told you there's a lot to cover. So I'll put below a link to get your Instagram daily task cheat sheet. You can also connect with me on Instagram at Patty Sheeler and get your link there too. So either place, make sure if you connect with me, send me a direct message and let me know, hey, I watched your Webby and wanted to connect with you, because I do. I every single one of those messages I read and I follow up with. I respond myself. So feel free to do that. And if you have any questions at all, make sure you put it right below this video here, and we'll pick it up again maybe next Thursday. And maybe I'll start going over some of the apps that I use to build my page, because it took me a while to find those. And I have them listed in the cheat sheet also. So I do share that with you. But sometimes it's easier if somebody shows you this is how it works. Okay? So I guess that's it for now. Thank you so much for hanging in there. I know we've run long today, but thank you so much for showing up. And we'll be back again next Thursday. Okay? So any questions, put them below. We'll catch it next Thursday, and we'll see you then. Thanks a lot for taking time out of your day to be with us. All right. Bye now.